During a mock emergency drill, the Simpson family accidentally discovered that the entire town of Springfield had been secretly plotting to kick them out, while the townspeople were holding a meeting about it. The Simpsons showed up and asked if there had been some kind of misunderstanding, but the townsfolk were determined to drive them away. The mayor presented evidence of the Simpsons' wrongdoings: Homer wrecking an exhibit with his car, Bart flooding the school, Lisa lecturing endlessly about the environment, and a creepy baby who never cries. Maggie insisted she hadn't done anything wrong, but the mayor shot back that the very fact she had done nothing made her the worst of them all. As everyone voiced their disapproval, Ned Flanders stepped in to plead for mercy.
I like a good old-fashioned witch trial as much as the next person, but I do not think we should be so quick to judge our longtime neighbors.
The mayor, clearly annoyed, told him to experience one of the Simpsons' pranks for himself. The townsfolk celebrated it.
I withdraw my diddly.
As they banished the Simpsons to the outskirts of town, with the mayor announcing that the eviction order had passed unanimously. Homer argued furiously, warning that they'd be cursed for what they were doing, and even predicted Springfield would be hit with a terrible drought, only for it to immediately start pouring rain.
I need a thousand your fluids! Go!
With no other choice to go next, they pulled over when Bart needed to use the bathroom, only to run into an armed robber. When the man learned they were also outcasts, he led them to a desolate place he'd created, a lawless no-man's land. The Simpsons quickly adjusted to the freedom of their new home. A bolt of lightning struck a large tree, and this tree was given a soul. The wound from chopping became a talking mouth that woke up Homer. Homer wasn't afraid at all and took his axe to chop the tree's body a few more times, but was slapped away by the tree. Then it crawled out of the ground and came to Springfield's Christmas tree farm, where it saw a notice and felt that the trees were too pitiful, so it gave souls to all the pine trees.
Humans have abused us for too long. Today, we celebrate our holiday.
They decided to fight back against humans, and all the trees formed an alliance as they set off towards Springfield. A man picked an apple from a tree, and the apple tree turned around and tore off the man's arm, and even while a news anchor was reporting the news, tree branches pierced through his body. They toppled human statues and replaced them with tree symbols, then turned back to see Springfield residents armed with weapons ready to confront them. A human tree war was about to break out. Homer stood in front and gave a speech that inspired people's hearts, and everyone picked up their weapons, vowing to defend their homeland to the death.
When all the leaves I had to rake, and all the pruning, and the times the tree leaped out in front of me tractor, and I was kicks to me friends!
Unexpectedly, the tree army directly used a pollen attack, and Springfield residents were enveloped by pollen as they kept serving. The wooden club in Homer's hand came to life and kept hitting Homer on the head, forcing Homer to retreat to the tree's side. Homer once again slapped Homer away, and the tree army launched an attack on the residents, turning them into Christmas trees. All the trees held hands to celebrate this special day.
Halloween isn't over and they're already starting with Christmas.
Apu's store was renovated by his nephew, and heartbroken, he clutched a photo of his former store and fell off a cliff together with it. The story begins with Springfield hosting a statue parade day, where you could see robots that could twist their arms, the police department's tank, Fantasy Guy's handsome men, and the fire department. The fire truck brought everyone a spectacular performance, but just then, Red saw Bart appear at the fire truck's water tank, and he aimed the nozzle at Wiggum, causing a battle to break out on the verge of erupting. The tank went out of control and charged toward Apu's store, and Apu and the customers were all trapped under the building. Homer witnessed how Bart's prank was born, and he showed Bart the footage with his camera.
Like a rumba. What are you gonna do, man?
Homer said that Bart had to promise him to never pull pranks again, and Bart had no choice but to agree to Homer's demand. Bart cut the power to the store, and the fruits instantly lost their freshness. The fresh meat rotted, the milk expired and grew bugs, the bananas sprouted moths, and even the cheese grew mushrooms, scaring the women into screaming loudly as customers fled the store. Bart restarted the store's power, and several Flintstones fell on Apu's clothes and ignited them, causing a fire. The fire truck quickly arrived at the scene, but they discovered there was no water in the tank, and Apu's store was consumed by the flames. Just then, Apu found a scratch-off lottery ticket and decided to spend $2 to take a gamble. Finally, the scratch-off revealed 3 identical figures, and Apu won the jackpot. He used this money to build a new store.